As always, the Greyhound cross country teams are putting in the miles, trying to climb the standings in the Great Lakes Valley Conference and be ready for postseason. We'll talk to head coach Brad Robinson plus his two senior captains as we talk UIndy cross country here on the UIndy Experience. Talking all things Greyhound cross country, a former runner here and now his second year as the head coach. It is Brad Robinson. And Brad, first of all, it's good to see you as always. And secondly, I would imagine it's kind of like what we ask athletes when they go from their freshman year to their sophomore year, that it's just easier the second time around because you kind of know what to expect. Does that apply to head coaches as well?
It does very much. It started academically. What I came to school for was to be a teacher, and they talk about your first year teaching, the second year. You don't know everything, but you work out a lot of the kinks, and same thing in coaching as well. It's been much smoother already at this point in the season.
All right, just kind of tell us how the season's going for your team so far.
So far, we're off to a great start. Men and women in general both, that overall stronger up front, a little more depth that we've got entirely. The women's team is a little thinner overall, so we're kind of every runner has to make a big impact, but in general, speed-wise, time-wise, we're immediately man-to-man, runner-to-runner down the line ahead of last year, which is a huge confidence boost.
Knowing that only a handful of runner scores is going to count for you every meet, just how important of a factor is depth to have that competition every day in training?
On the men's side, we've seen the biggest impact. We've gone to 18 full runners on the roster this last year, where after injuries last year, I'd say we had kind of 12 to 14 consistently training. Yep. Our front pack of 7 to 8 guys this year all trained together collectively in the pack on hard days, whereas last year we were strung out one by one across the board. So it's given them all confidence to run with each other, and if somebody's having a rough day, somebody else in that pack seems to step up and pull the rest of the group along, and it's helped everybody tremendously. All
right, we're going to talk about Matt and Samantha. Tell us about your senior leadership on the clubs.
Being second year, actually being able to rely and go to them anytime I need to for a particular situation. They've stepped up wholeheartedly, no questions asked, and I don't even have to second guess anything that they do. I trust them 100% with what they do with the team, and they know what to expect this year as well after having an entire year under the belts working with me as well.
What's going to make this a good year for the program?
If we continue to excel and get better in each race, learn from what we did in the previous race, ultimately, it'd be nice, talking positioning wise, to put a few athletes all conference, maybe an athlete on each side being all regional as well, and team wise just improving our placement from last year at each one of those positions. We've got the depth, the seniority to do it, and that should happen.
All right, sounds good, Brad. Thanks for the time and best of luck this year.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Job well done.
Not entirely smooth at times.
Oh, you're good.
Done worse.
You're good. You know, kind of off camera, we were joking, all right, how many miles you run today? You said it was a workout day, you had 8. How'd you do?
Yeah. Pretty well, I think. Every day is a challenge, but we're just out there working hard, so I think it went well for all of us. The rain kind of got us there a little bit, but still did it.
All right, this time of year, how many miles are you guys putting in on, say, a weekly basis?
I'm doing about 50, but anywhere on the girls' team, we're anywhere from about 30 miles to 65 miles.
All right, so are you guys kind of at a point now where it's pretty much a meet every weekend for the team?
Pretty much, yep. We have one coming up this weekend, and then we'll have a week off and then another one. So either every weekend or 1 week in between. All
right, the question I ask, I'm sure every cross-country runner every year, we are blessed with a lot of things in Indianapolis. Hills are not one of those things. How do you train knowing you're going to be going places with a lot more elevation than what you get to run here every day?
We try to find courses that do have hills. We have to travel a lot. Unfortunately, being in downtown Indianapolis area, it's nice for going out, but it's not the best for running. So we do travel a lot. Luckily, we have enough girls that can take us places. So we go find parks anywhere with little hills, and we just do them a whole bunch of times.
Just repeat.
repeat.
Make up for the mileage. All right. Again, we mentioned the fact you're a senior. Can you believe this is the last go-around for you?
Yeah, it's crazy. Luckily, I am applying to medical school, so really I'll be a freshman all over again. But it is sad that this is my last year here with my team. All
right. So clearly medical school, a goal for you. Any sort of speciality that you kind of figured out at this point?
I'm thinking about dermatology, but we'll see. Whatever the world brings me.
All right. How has being a runner made you a better student here at UIndy?
It's definitely made me a lot more dedicated, better at time management, communication skills. I really think it benefits you in every aspect of life, you know, from schoolwork to professional world. It really does help.
If there's been a highlight of your athletic days at UIndy so far, what would it be?
I really think it'd just be this year, just senior year, just finally getting to that, that milestone. I'm team captain this year. It's a big learning, growing phase for me.
I was going to say, so how has that experience been like?
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously there's always been a mentor for you the first 3 years.
Yeah.
What's it like now having that relationship reversed?
It is funny now having people looking up to me, asking me the questions. I have to be like, okay, you have to answer them. Like, you have to always, put on your best face. You're always happy. You've got people looking up to you. So it's fun. I like it. I'm up for the challenge.
All right, what's going to make this a good year for you as far as on the course? What are some milestones you're hoping to achieve?
I think we all just, as runners, we want a PR for every race. So that's the big thing for me. I want to have a good end to my career of running and just see how the team will do. I think we have a lot of really good new athletes, so I think that we can go pretty far and just want to be up there with them all.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And best of luck with medical school next year.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're a local guy. You went to Warren Central, so you decided to stay close to home. Looking back on it, was that the right decision for you?
Yeah, I think so. There was another college I was looking into about 5 hours away, and I decided 20 minutes away, and not having to do my laundry every weekend is nice at the end of it.
Well, there's other life skills you can work on while you're instead of doing laundry. What's the major for you here at UIndy?
Sport management.
Yep. And what are you hoping to do with that?
Get into marketing, advertising, public relations, something along those lines, with hopefully a team or an organization in Indy to start out with.
I was going to say, what has it been like having this in your backyard where you can go to school, be a student athlete, but also know you've got a lot of job opportunities and internship opportunities close by?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Right now I'm interning back on the east side, back at Warren Central-ish, at a YMCA, and I'm helping scheduling events, and so I'm getting the opposite side of marketing and advertising, so I can get like a full plate full. But you have the Indians, the Pacers, the Colts, IMS, the Fever, the Fuel. I mean, just go on for days.
You've been doing some scouting about this. I like this. Clearly you've been doing some research. You're ready for that transition.
Shout out Dr. Van Sickle.
Coming up a few weeks or a few months, I should say, from now. Tell us how things are going for you in this your senior year so far.
So far so good. Summer I took it easy. Did a lot of running, held off on some workouts, really just focused on base mileage. Actually just got done with a workout and felt really good there. Team's looking really good too, so I'm feeling really good about the team.
What are kind of the team goals, knowing you still got another couple of months left to go in this season? What's going to make this a good season for the team?
Really the team camaraderie, I think so, because last year we had some bumps in the road early to mid-season, and then by the end of the season, almost like we wanted to tear each other's hair out and whatnot. But this year it feels like a lot closer group. We're aiming for top 5 at conference, and I can't remember the regional goal right now, but we're looking to have our top 5, our scoring 5, within less than a minute of each other in an 8K by the end of the season.
I know that clearly you want to have that kind of career highlight at some point in time going forward. Up until this point, what's it been for you?
For me, that's tough, because there's been a lot of them. I mean, I've had mentors like Alex Cushman, Cam Casey, Joel Keller, and I don't know, they've showed me a lot of the ropes. So I think the highlight for me has been helping and being a role model and being a leader for a lot of the younger guys like Will Reed, Kiefer Vidatow, and Taylor Klein and whatnot. I feel like being a leader for them has been my shining moment.
Which is great to hear. Congratulations on a great career so far, and best of luck wrapping it up in style this fall.
Thank you.